So the reason this is so important today is I went back to our T-sheets because I basically have kept everything since the beginning of time, score sheets, all of that. Last season, the most we had play in any given week was 26 players. The previous year, the fewest we had play in any given week until September was 27 players.
Oh, wow.
And you know, I get it. Kids get older, you get more busy, jobs change. I get it. But what we need to do is find out a way to get more people here and playing in the league, or it may collapse. Because they've always been very nice here at Minor Park. We have the ability to kind of, if we need more tee times, we can do that. We can block it up. They have always been great. So we need to do our best to make sure that our league is something that is important to them as well. And it has been in the past, and that's why Chris is so, he said, hey, they can play golf. And unfortunately, he's not going to be here. And with the lack of daylight and other things, being here late in the evening isn't good, because he even said, hey, I will be here all day, and I'll teach them. If people want to stop by and say, I'm with Core, hey, I've got problems with this part of my game, he'll work with you. I mean, he is awesome. I don't know if all of you know this, I work here a couple days a week now, so, which is nice. So I'm glad that I'm here to kind of get the pulse of what's going on. I just know that they typically want 30 or more people in a league, and considering we never once had 30 last year, that can be difficult. Some of the guys that couldn't make this meeting, they have suggested, David Deckard had said, why don't you try other Methodist churches? What I'm also going to do that I've never done is I've never tried our other locations. So I've never tried our Blue Springs campus or Res West or Res Downtown. We live in DeSoto, but we go to Leawood, and we drive past Res West. So there may be other people that live around here and go to Blue Springs or downtown just because they feel more comfortable, whatever the case may be. So we're going to reach out to them, see if we can draw some of those people in. I don't want this to just be a church league. That's not what this has always been about. I would like it to be, it's great that it's a church league and it's based there, but we can ask our friends and neighbors and everyone else and get them to come out and have a good time. So if you all end up coming up with any ideas, if you all
How is the day determined, like, just for me, Wednesdays?
And that's tough. We had to change it.
I just didn't know if the park did it, or the course did it, or...
We actually had to do that. So a few years ago, we were on Thursdays. We moved to Deer Creek, which we kind of all know what happened at Deer Creek. So when we moved back, we had lost our Thursday time. Now, we may be able to switch that back. So there's some...
I don't know if that's a big deal. It just happens to be.
Well, the problem that you have, when we moved from Thursday to Wednesday, we lost some people. We'd probably lose some people when we moved from Wednesday to Thursday. So that's always going to be an impact on the day of the week. So we can send that something out, and I can ask, what is the best day of the week? Like on Google, you can actually make like surveys, and it'll tell you this percentage won it on Tuesday, this on Wednesday. So we may be able to do that, but
Okay.
I don't know how big, when people travel for work, usually Wednesday's bad. Sometimes they travel on Monday, get back on Thursday, want to play golf. So we can definitely look into that. I want to try to incentivize people as much as possible to come out here and play. So Chris has been very good about saying, I'll come and help you guys. I'll do whatever it takes to make our league successful. So that's very important to me. I don't know if anyone here played the very first year at Iron Horse.
I played Iron
Did you play the Iron Horse?
We had one that was hotter than Dickens, I know that.
Yeah, there were actually a few weeks where, and that's the thing that upset me with Iron Horse is that we're there giving them 25, 30 people every Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day of the week, I don't remember what day of the week it was, and it was over 100 degrees when we were teeing off. I guarantee they would not have had that type of turnout if we wouldn't have been there. And the way we got treated there was horrific. I mean, you could tell it was managed by I won't name the management company, but you can tell that it's managed by them, and we were not a priority for them. So that's why we came here. Reason we tried Deer Creek is I always thought it was interesting. I would get a lot of feedback saying that this course was too easy. But they're telling someone who sees everyone's score, and I kept going, too easy? Are we sure it's too easy? So I get that. But this course is easy to walk. There's a lot of benefits to it. So I'm not opposed to taking in any suggestions. I don't think that course play is the biggest thing that we have to worry about. So,
Well, without the numbers, I don't think you can go out and ask another course anyway.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they've been good to us here, we should reward them for.
Yeah,
adapting.
and they will do anything for us, and that's what's great, because we wouldn't find this in most courses. The biggest thing, we have to find players.
Okay.
And if we find them through the church, that's great. You know, 2 years ago, we had weeks when we were in the high 40s, and we were moving tee times back to 4 o'clock, because we needed to start so early, we had so many tee times. So it's just imperative that we get people, and some people are not comfortable going out.
What's the time frame for the league? If it were start in May and then go through?
Yeah, typically it'll start around the 1st of May, and then this year we ended it in August. Previously it had been September, but a lot of times that's when people, family things, sporting events, school things, parent-teacher, all that kind of conflicted. That's why I ended it about a month early.
Okay, I mean, do they like require you to have 16 weeks or?
No, no.
You could go 20 weeks if you wanted, if you could get.
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, I mean,
Okay,
we
so-
ran 23 weeks 2 years ago, so we had 3 warm-up weeks,
Okay.
and then we ran
Okay.
20 straight weeks. This year we did the 3 warm-up weeks, and I think we only did 16 regular weeks. It doesn't
Okay.
seem how long it is, Carl's gonna win.
Yeah, so it's.
I mean, so it really doesn't matter at this
When
point.
you find enough people that want to do it longer, yeah.
You know,
Right.
Fill a trophy case, Carl.
And what I was thinking, and I didn't do it this year, is that sometimes if we shorten the league till August, then we could do like another month-long league or something like that. I also would like to know about feedback from you all about having teammates sometimes, maybe not all the time, doing different types of playing like that. Sometimes with a teammate, when I've talked to Chris, the GM here, when you have a teammate, if Brian and I are teammates, it kind of wants, he doesn't want to let me down by not showing up, and I don't want to let him down. It would also give us the benefit, there are a lot of people that don't want to commit, well, I can't commit to the whole season, so I'm just not going to play at all. And I've tried to tell them, I don't care if you play 1 or 2 weeks, I'll put your score in, I don't have to put your score, come out and enjoy it. But we could also have a roster at that point where if I can't play, Brian could call and find someone on a roster. So I've also thought about that. I don't know how, I've never played in a 2-man league, honestly. They do have some here, so it can definitely work, but I am willing to listen to anything and hear anything. I most likely will be here next year. Not by our decision. So I'm in a school program that's paid federally in a program.
Do you want me to stop
because I was
recording
laid
now,
off.
or you're going
You
to
can
say
stop
stuff about it?
recording.
Okay.
Yeah.